Hey, what's good, everybody? Eric here, Gaming Plus Podcast. Naka-Kon 2018 is in the books, and I want to take some time to kind of go over maybe the ups and downs of the weekend. Since the weekend ended, I've been kind of comparing it to last year, and whereas some things were more enjoyable, maybe other things weren't. And I think maybe it's unfair to compare it to last year. On itself, just in and of itself, it was a great weekend. Lovely time, like always. Great musical guests, amazing musical guests actually. Music aspect of Naka-Kon is always really strong. Had a great time. The DJ they had for the dance party was much better than last year. Last year the DJ was kind of lacking in that department, which was the first for me. The many years I've been going to Naka-Kon, but yeah, this year I can't remember the name of the DJ right now, but it was definitely a an amazing time at the dance party, and I've been putting videos up and clips of it on Twitter and on YouTube, so you can check it, kind of get a glimpse of what we got to experience on there. But yeah, it was an awesome weekend. Had some amazing guests there. One thing I will critique are the panels. I think the quality of the panels last year was better than this year. There weren't a lot of interesting panels there. One of the ones that did stick out to me was the anime Name That Tune, and to me that's something I just think every convention should have. Like any anime convention, I just think that should just be a part of it. It shouldn't just be if somebody's going to do this panel, an anime Name That Tune is something I think should just be a staple of the convention. They should just have people. They either just have the same person do it or just rotate every year. But that definitely is something fun because one of the most enjoyable things about anime and one of the things that stick out to us in regards to our favorite anime, are the songs that accompany it. You hear Dragon Ball Super's theme, you hear Dragon Ball Z's theme, one of the many Naruto themes, any anime you can think of, Cowboy Bebop, these are very iconic themes. So, having a panel centered around that and being able to guess like your favorite themes to these shows that we watch, it was really cool. And the selection of songs is really important too. And the people running the panel did a good job of selecting, songs that won't be super easy to identify, but it wasn't super obscure. Cause I've been to anime Name That Tune panels that were super obscure, and you're like, what is this? What show is this? And just. But it was a great time at that panel. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people in there, very packed room, and everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves. But overall, yeah, the convention was just great. The guests there were amazing. The people there were even more amazing. Didn't seem like there was any type of chaos or any type of animosity with the crowd. Everyone there was having a great time, and you could see it. And I want to tip my hat to the Naka-Kon staff because they were a lot of help this year. There have been times in years past where the staff has been kind of rude sometimes to the guests and people there, but this year I don't think I saw that happen. There may have been one instance in registration, but yeah, registration is a whole nother beast that we'll talk about later. But yeah, it was amazing. One thing I do want to bring up, and I want to take time to talk about this. The game room was amazing. It was amazing. And the gentleman that had that set up, I believe his name is Michael Smith. Hats off to him because that was awesome. I liked where it was placed. You had like the tabletop, well, not really tabletop. I guess there were tabletop games in there. There were, so like the kind of tabletop where you play card games and things like that. The room with the classic video games and the pachinko. Then you had like the arcade room, and it was phenomenal. There was a great range of games to play, a lot of different systems, and the actual console room, and it was a major step up from last year. Last year was good. If we had what we had last year every year, it would have been awesome. But I mean, having prize for the pachinko, I don't know if they've always had prizes for the pachinko machines. Just the variety of games that they had there, and the arcade room was something special. Yeah, I hope that they had that every year. I don't see why they wouldn't, but definitely hats off. That was an amazing job getting that set up and having it, laid out the way that it was laid out. It was easy, to kind of like see what was going on, know where the games were. There was a lot of space, even though it was crowded in there, especially around like the Dragon Ball fighters machines and everything like that. It was still amazing to behold, and it's one of the coolest things I've seen in Naka-Kon, and I'm glad they kind of stepped up in regards to video games. But yeah, that was awesome right there. The vending room is another thing I want to talk about, and one of my colleagues felt that there was less variety in the vending room, and it's really hard to gauge that because I don't think the room is any smaller. He felt the room is smaller. You tell me in the comments. I'm not going to say the room is any smaller. Maybe it was, or maybe it was the fact that it was smaller. Maybe there was just less in there, but I didn't notice anything like that. But as far as variety, I honestly don't know. Like it kind of does seem like there was less variety there because maybe I just remember there being other things there, or just there was more people selling the same things. Because you know how like somebody could be selling Pocky over here for this much, and then you go to this table over here, so it has it for cheaper. I think there were some different vendors there that weren't there before. But yeah, I mean, the overall experience for me and the vending room was good. I didn't really have any problem with it. But yeah, he felt that there was less variety. He also felt that the room was small, or maybe it was just set up different. But yeah, I didn't have any problem with the vending room. The vending room is what it is, every year. Slightly crowded, and every year a knocking goes by, there's even more people attending, so you gotta just get used to that. But yeah, the vending room was decent. Amazing job on the arcade room. Dance party was awesome. Great DJ. Great musical guests. Yeah, awesome weekend. Nothing less than what I expect from Naka-Kon, because every year that I've been to Naka-Kon, I've thoroughly enjoyed the event, and I always look forward to going. So, yeah, if you weren't able to go, go, man. There's no reason not to. It's a 3-day event. Go all 3 days. It's all 3 days to me is, if you're going to Naka-Kon, go all 3 days. I've been to Planet Comic-Con, KC Comic-Con, other conventions, and some of those you can do 1 or 2 days, and maybe 1 day. Naka-Kon is a completely different beast. If you go all 3 days, you might be kind of tired out by the end of the third day, or at the beginning of the third day, but you'll definitely enjoy the weekend there, and there's always something different to see. So yeah, 1 day at Naka-Kon, that's not enough for me. That'd be a tease. But I've been going all 3 days for the past 5 years. So, but yeah, if you haven't been there before, try it out next year. Definitely go. Take your friends, take your family. It's a great event for the family, for friends, people of all ages, shapes and sizes. It definitely doesn't discriminate. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the weekend. Looking forward to it. Next convention coming up, you have to do the research. I think it's SoftwareCon. Never been there. I actually think about going now just because of how much fun I had at Naka-Kon. I kind of, just want to keep that going and maybe try out SoftwareCon for the first time. I believe that one is in May. So yeah, definitely might be going there. And Gaming Plus might be starting to expand. We're looking into kind of going to some local conventions. When I say local, I just mean kind of like in the Midwest. So I think about going to whatever they have in Wichita. I can't remember what the name of it is. There's a few in Chicago. There's actually a couple in the Texas area that I want to go to. And then obviously St. Louis has some as well. So looking into expanding just past Naka-Kon. Maybe some more will pop up in Kansas City sometime. Maybe Motaku will come back. Who knows? But thank you guys for listening to my thoughts. Greatly appreciate it. If you did attend Naka-Kon, let me know how you guys liked the weekend and what you didn't like about the weekend. And if you guys think about going next year, I would definitely pull the trigger and do it. Maybe we'll run into each other. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, please, if you already haven't. You can follow us on Twitter at GamingPlus2, and then we are also on the web at thegamingplus.com. You guys have a great evening, and I will see you guys later.